Namaskar and welcome to Sudarshan World. Today we have a very special guest with us, Swami Vigyananand Ji, the author of the book The Hindu Manifesto. The book presents the philosophy on Hindu and the social life, and this book will be an eye-opener for many throughout the world, not just in India. So let's have the author insights on this book. Welcome to Sudarshan World, Swamiji.
Namaste, namaste.
First of all, we would like to know what inspired you to write this book, The Hindu Manifesto.
After my normal modern education, I went to study Sanskrit in the Gurukul. When I studied Shastra there, I realized the wisdom and knowledge contained in Shastra is very contemporary, relevant for the modern society. Modern society is deprived of this age-old knowledge and wisdom. And if society apply and uses those knowledge in the modern time, society will be much better. So, on basis of ancient tradition and bring their knowledge, wisdom, I created a sutra model. Sutra, our rishi used to write like a sutra.
Right.
We have a Panini Sutra, all our Sad Darshan are in the sutra model. So that essence of the book should come in that. So I created 8 sutra. First sutra is Dharmasya Mulamartha, and prosperity for all. This is from the Kautilya Sutra. Talk about the prosperity. You talk about the importance of wealth. You talk about the taxation system, estate role, care for a farmer, agriculture, businessman, investment. Talks about that. It talks about if estate want to prosperous and the estate want to look after their public, they have to become rich and prosperous estate. So that focus is there. And after that, I have given appendix also. How we have become poor also. This is summary of the other book. Especially the case for India, Vildura, and the economic history of India by Ramesh Chandra Dutt, R.C. Dutt, the first sutra. Second sutra is Satrunjaya Prajaraksha. Once you have economy, you need to have a strong military. A military should be capable in defeating the enemy, and that type of military. So for that, you need to have a selection of the commander-in-chief, commander, soldier, their training, strategy, intelligence, all those things has been talked in this. And another appendix I have given, how we have lost war to the Arab and Mughal and Turk, because we were dealing with them as a friendly. So enemy should be dealt like enemy. That also I have given in the book. Third part is quality, Nasti Vidya Samam Chakchu, quality education for all. A state should make sure everybody should have affordable quality education. And fourth sutra is Avisram Loktantra Adhikara from Shakuntalam. Very unique, This is from the Shakuntalam, Avisram Loktantra Adhikara. In history, Sankuntala, along with Gautami, the Rishi Patni Gautami and Brahmachari, they went to the Dushyant palace, And in Dushyant palace, they reached at a time when the court was over, king court was over. The receptionist of Kanchiki, you can say, oh, you just came, but court has over, king has gone for rest. Again, he says still, no. A very unique word, Lok Tantra Adhikara, is you have a right, and king has no rest in the public life. He will come and he will respond to your issue. So these are 4 foundational sutra. In that I have mentioned quality of a head of a state, quality of minister, the person who is not qualified to become minister also mentioned. So this is a focus on these 4 sutra. These are all I call foundational sutra. Then 4 is a civilization sutra, Highest respect women. It is from the Rig Veda. Agreti Uti Haryana means highest respect women. How you measure a society, how you treat your women, how you provide respect. That is focused on there. How women are educated, looked after, their security is provided. The gold standard in this book is given. How you measure a state, where the women are respected, or so you can say safety and security is measured. When a beautiful woman adorned with the jewelry, alone moving the society, and nobody is touching, that is the gold standard. So that is the 5th sutra. 6th sutra, non-discriminatory social system, which is again from Mahabharata, ek manastata loke. Means in our society there should not be discrimination based on the varna, jati,
Right.
or you can say reason, language, gender. Everybody should be equal, and especially a state should take care of those who are deprived, just a widow, children, destitute. Seventh sutra talk about the nature. Nature. This is, if you have read the Santi Mantra, Sarvam Shanti from Yajurveda. Air should be pure, water should be pure, and we should look after the air, water, tree, mountain, river. These all should be protected, care. Then only society can remain peaceful. Otherwise, if you destroy the nature, nature will take revenge. And Eighth Sutra is talking about the Mata Bhumi, respect for the land, patriotism.
I see.
And in that I have explained the geography of Bharat, our ancestor and the river of Bharat, whole everything is explained to that. In that I have also mentioned our original forefather in the present eon is a Rajasi Dravidian coming from the Dakshin Bharat, South Bharat, Satprat Manu, who become the Vaivashat Manu. So these are all sutra explained in this book.
Right. Sir, Swamiji, your first sutra says Dharmasya Mulam Artha, which means the economy and the Dharma. So why do you think that Dharma and economy should go together for a strong nation?
See, first of all, you have to understand wealth creation is also considered as a dharma. So these are not two separate things. Wealth
Right.
creation and dharmas are not two separate, which I have explained in the book from the sources of the Shastra. So they are same part of the, two parts of the same coin. They are not they are inseparable.
Swamiji, you also talk about the defeating enemies and protecting the nation. So what do you think our India is doing in the national security in today's context?
Yeah, good part is that ki Bharat, government of Bharat is modernizing our army, Yeah, military you can say, modernizing our military. You can say army, air force, navy. Second thing, for the self-reliance, they are integrating the technology. Our military hardware production is becoming modernized. Third is, border road infrastructure they are modernizing or getting you can up to date, and a stronger you can say infrastructure in the border road side. So these are the three things they are doing good for the national security and border protection.
Swamiji, you also wrote about the Nasti
Vidya
Vidya Samanchakshu,
Yeah.
which is a very deep meaning for me. But as per my understanding, it's talk about the highest educational value.
Yeah, it
But
ta-
in today's society, somehow our educational system seems a little off from our moral values. So what reform do you suggest in
See,
this?
what I am education is not just getting information. Education means vidya, and that vidya comes to your practice, knowledge, value system, So that I have given in here. Ki education is not just about getting information and educating the entire populace with the quality education, affordable education. It should be available to everybody with value. That also I have given in that book.
Right, Swamiji, your fourth sutra talks about the democracy.
Yeah.
So what do you think our country's democracy is on the right path? Or if it is not, what should be the right
No,
path?
our country is on the right path,
Okay.
but sometimes because the modern democratic system, this democracy is sometimes detrimental for our growth also. No? So in the modern democracy to survive, we need to educate our public about the importance of politics also. Once they will understand the importance of politics and their role in that, then they will understand. Therefore, I have written here, politics is intertwined with all the knowledge. Sarve vidya raj dharmesh yukta, sarve loka raj dharma prishta. This politics, knowledge of politics is intertwined with all the knowledge. Without the knowledge of politics, all the knowledge is incomplete. This politics has entered all the places. It controls, dominate, regulate, monitor all the dharma. Therefore, it is very important dharma. So democracy to survive, society should be educated in a true sense of democracy.
Swami-
Otherwise, this board bank politics will destroy our democracy.
Ji, Swamiji, there is also a lot of confusion about caste and varna. So what was the real purpose of Hindu social system as you see it in today's context?
See, I have given in the book from the Shastra. In ancient time, there was no varna. There is a now varna jati. In future, there will be no varna and jati, you know. Our society never discriminated anybody in the name of varna and jati. And now what you can see, which is becoming more and more in the public discourse, is all caste imposed by the Westerner, you know. Caste is not our word, you know. So we have to go back to our roots. And therefore, we have to dispel this notion of the caste. You know? Caste was never practiced in our society. Therefore, I have given the summary of the 3 books here also. The origin of the caste. Therefore, one sociologist wrote very well, you know. There was a time there was a casteism in India, but there was no caste consciousness. But now there is no caste, but there is caste consciousness. We are eating everywhere in hotel, restaurant, nobody care. But politically, caste is becoming very vocal.
Swamiji, you have also mentioned about the support and protection for the environmental in your book. So how can we, the modern society, learn from the Sanatan about the protection of our environment?
See, first of all, we have to understand, you know, that I have given in the book. Ki desire, there is endless of the desire. So human society have to first respect this land as a sacred land. And what is important for us for survival, we should extract, not for exploitation, you know. So that part we have to understand. Same time, we have to protect the river, water, plant, tree, jungle, forest, air. And once we protect them, they will protect us. If we don't protect them, nature will take revenge and we will get destroyed.
Swamiji, I've heard you mention about your 5th sutra, crimes against women, as very prevalent in our society. So when you talk about this women protection, do you think our policies failed in this regard?
See, the problem is that in society, respect for women still exists. But problem is happening, Hollywood effect, you know. Hollywood effect has come into our cinema industry and TV industry, entertainment industry. And because of the respect women eroding, you know. And once if you are infusing this type of animal instinct in the society, it will destroy the society. Therefore, our women are also suffering, our society is also suffering. Therefore, no law can protect the women unless we impart the value and respect for women in the society.
Swamiji, your last sutra, you mentioned about the Mata Bhumi.
Yes.
So, do you think our country needs to revive the nationalism spirit?
Yeah. Without nationalistic spirit, without patriotic spirit, no nation can progress, you know. We have to respect because we are living, surviving, growing. If we want to grow and become more stronger with the dignity, respect in the world, so patriotism is very essential. That is what I have written in my book. I have given the sacred geography of the Bharat also.
Thank you very much. And finally, our audience will also like to know what are your next project, or are you working on any new books? Our audience will definitely like to know. So what can we expect from you next?
First, this book I have written in English. After that, the same book I will translate in Hindi, and after that, publisher will translate in any other language, many languages in Bharat. My second project is coming after this book. That will be the second book, Hindu the name, Hindu the identity. That will be my second project.
Thank you very much, Swamiji, for sharing your insightful thoughts and giving us this precious time to talk about the Hindu Manifesto, which is, I'm sure, the eye-opening for the entire global community, Hindu community, not just for the Hindus, but for the entire nation. So thank you very much for sharing these insightful thoughts with us.
Here, I just want to point to this Hindu Manifesto is not only for Hindu. As you said, it is for entire humanity.
Right.
If Saudi Arabia use the principle of the Hindu Manifesto, they will be better company. If Pakistan use it, they will be better. America will be better. Every country will be better.
Sure.
Namaste.
Thank you very much. So this is Tejot Alnakro for Sudarshan World. Stay tuned with us. I will meet you in next episode. Jai Hind.